Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, a very warm welcome to Canterbury and to this degree ceremony of the University of Kent, which is held in this amazing setting of Canterbury Cathedral. The ceremony will start soon, and it begins with 4 processions: the graduands, the academic staff, the honorary graduand, and the Vice-chancellor. We'll all stand for the last procession, and I'll give you a signal so that you know when to do that. Now, this is going to be an exciting and spectacular occasion, and we want you all to have a truly wonderful experience during the ceremony and to see each and every student graduate. To make sure this happens, I would like to ask you a really big favour, that you remember all those seated around you. So please don't block each other's view by standing up, moving around, or leaving your seat to take photographs or videos with phones, cameras, or iPads. Also, could you now make sure that your phones are switched off? Finally, at the end of the ceremony, can I ask you to remain in your places until all the processions have left the cathedral? Thank you, everyone, and have a truly fantastic time.
Distinguished guests, honorary graduand, colleagues, and especially our graduands, I declare this congregation open. Please be seated. Today we are awarding degrees for those who have completed academic courses at the University of Kent. I want to thank the Dean and Chapter for allowing us to use the wonderful venue of Canterbury Cathedral as the setting for today's ceremony. And as Vice-chancellor, I want to welcome everyone who's able to be part of our celebrations today. This is a very special occasion, and especially for you, our graduands. On behalf of the University, my warmest congratulations to all of you who are graduating today. You don't need me to explain the significance of graduation. It represents an enormous investment of your time and energy over a sustained period, and you should be rightly proud of your achievements. Next, I want to thank the family members, friends, and other supporters who are here to join in this celebration. Your presence helps to make graduation such a special event. You will have provided support in so many ways for our graduands, for which you too deserve thanks and congratulations. And I would like finally to thank those members of the university staff who've supported you throughout your studies and in your broader life at the university. It is our community, the staff and students together, that make the University of Kent such a successful institution. So graduands, I'm really proud to see you here today. There is no doubt that our Kent students are amazing. Every year we are inundated with nominations for the Kent Student Awards, a scheme that recognises the outstanding contribution students make to the Kent student experience. And every year we hear incredible stories of our students' achievements, many of which are inspiring, many humbling. Your acts of volunteering and fundraising have added hugely to the wider community. University of Kent students have provided nearly 100,000 hours of voluntary work across Kent and raised over £250,000, benefiting a range of charities and community organisations. Here at Kent, we have a reputation for encouraging our students to think independently. And during the course of your study, you will have developed the attributes that will stand you in good stead for the future. Confidence, creativity and innovation, critical reflection, global and cultural awareness, integrity and accountability, intellectual curiosity and resilience. You have learned how to learn and also gained the knowledge, skills and understanding to enable you to move on to the next stage of your lives and your careers. Of course, it helps to have great teachers. We have some of the world's leading academics among our staff with a passion for passing on their knowledge and research skills to their students. In recognition of this, we've been awarded a gold rating in the government's Teaching Excellence Framework, which means our teaching is of the highest quality. Our researchers make a difference in the world, working across the disciplines to tackle some of the world's challenges, whether big or small. They will have made sure you were up to date with the latest ideas and that you were challenged intellectually. We are certainly in challenging times. Both in the UK and around the world, we are seeing political polarisation and a shifting world order. But we shouldn't lose sight of the positive. There are innumerable research-led developments in health and technologies, culture and society, which have improved all our lives beyond measure. And this is what universities are for. We are here to make a difference, to transform lives, whether it is through providing an education that will enable you to make a mark on the world, carrying out excellent research that changes the way we understand the world, or working with local communities for the public good. The University of Kent values this excellence, and we will support potential wherever it may be found. We are outward-looking and welcome students and staff, not just from the UK, but from Europe and around the world. And together we create a large and diverse community which celebrates equality and inclusivity. While the UK may be leaving the European Union, our postgraduate centres in Europe will continue to flourish. We will grow new opportunities through new programmes of study, new collaborations for our research, and new partnerships to enable student mobility. These European centres and our partnership agreements with over 300 universities worldwide make us a leading international university. But we are also committed to our region and to its economic, social, and cultural development. This year we received a substantial award to support investment in creative, cultural, and heritage industries, and which will see the creation of over 500 jobs and 60 apprenticeships in the Thames Gateway region. Next year we'll be launching a new Institute for Creative and Cultural Industries based on these partnerships. And in September 2020, we will be opening the doors of the Kent and Medway Medical School, a joint partnership with Canterbury Christchurch University designed to help solve the chronic shortage of medical practitioners in our region. These are just two examples of a broader set of initiatives designed to ensure that what we teach prepares our students to make a contribution and to confront the challenges of the 21st century. So, graduands, I hope you are as proud of the university as we are of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of this ceremony and afterwards go on to celebrate your success with family and friends. By admitting you to your degree, it is our honour and pleasure to mark your success and to wish you well on your future path, wherever it may take you. And finally, I hope you enjoy your rite of passage as you cross this platform. There will be no slipping, tripping, falling, stumbling. You will glide beautifully and elegantly across here, shake hands, walk down, collect your certificate, and enjoy the moment. And everyone, please feel free to clap, to cheer. Whooping is allowed. This is a joyous occasion. It is a celebration, and we want you to enjoy yourselves, and we want you to remember this. So, I hope you realise your potential to the full, and on behalf of all my colleagues, I wish you every success for the future. Thank you. I now call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences to present candidates for the award of degrees.
Most Honourable Vice-Chancellor and President, to you and to the whole University, I present these candidates from the Faculty of Social Sciences found worthy to be admitted to degrees.
By virtue of the authority committed to me, I admit all those who are about to be presented and other qualified candidates in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Aina Abrahamson. Omoyeni Victoria Adebiyu. Abi Adeniyi. Oluwatomi Leo Akinbailobe. Robin Freya Louise Aldous. Arkan Altanar. Anastasia Isabella Patricia Alvey. Miran Armin. Rita Amoa. Anthony Amodio. Stephanie Victoria Arves. Anika Ashish Avlani. Jamie Patrick Barber. Emily Ann Cordelia Barker. Darvino Siobhan Beckford. Jake William Begley. Alicia Curti Prafula Anita Bell. Sarah Banyub. Patesh Alexis Braddock Bethel. Samantha Hazel Buick. Abigail Lucy Bickerton. Rolanda Botang. Kelly Botero Lozano. Alana Kareem Brady. Leah Sophie Hannah Brasnell. Lydia Helen Brooks. Melody Jade Brooks. Lauren Amy Brown. Rian Patricia Lucy Brown. Chloe Brunskill. Ina Nicoline Stargram Book. Grace Lydia Bullard. Lydia Emma Bunch. Teshan Singh Bunwari. Sarah Louise Burke. Eleanor Rose Christine Burton. Sarah Ruth Butt. Harriet Tamsin Casely. Rona Cairns. Eden Natasha Eliza Clark Carter. Amelia Castillo. Jonathan Peter Challenger. Joanne Francoise Chantrell. Kara Shatsizawa. Michelle Horatidu. Nabrisa Chowdhury. Cara Francesca Cocoracchio. Andrew Robert Coleman. Peter Robert Coleman. Eloise Ann Collier. Tara Thompson Conroy. Abigail Ann Constable. Alice Lauren Cross. Millie Grace Curtis. Paula Dombrowska. Taru Annika Dahl. Lisa Dansu Oben. Adriana Stephanie Darcy. Sophie Jennifer Darragh. Megan Sunflower Davies. J. Anthony Davies Pike. Avneet Kaur Dillon. Eva Divkovic. Gazelle Dogon. Stephanie Durrell. Demi Marie Eads. Rona Marie Earl. Morgan Wallace Egremont. Yasmin Florence Ellis. Rebecca Rachel Farrell. Emma Madeleine Louisa Fawcett. Elise Leanne Fenton. Emma Nicole Ferguson. Sophie Emma Sheena Fisk. Kenisha Shadaya Donisa Shafret. Ariana Florentino Gonzalez. Miriam Fuktenhans. Yuning Gan. Philip Manuel Lorenzo Garcia. Stacey Gardiner. Georgina Grace Garraway. Tisha Yasmin Giles. Mavin Gill. Miakaila Danielle Gomez. Charlotte Louise Gosden. Stephanie Zangeetha Gunaratan. Supna Gumari Gupta. Simran Gupta. Daisy Jean Hagan. Rebecca Alice Harding. Jude Neil Haysham. George Oliver Jack Hayden. Chanel Hare. Sophie Rebecca Heaton.
No, she's not here.
L. Claire Hogben. Ruth Eva Hollybun. Megan Jane Everton Holmes. Zoe June Horsham. Rebecca Hunt. Christopher William Hutchins. Elise Lauren Hudson. Maria Alinka. Amy Susan Irving. Adrian Olabode John. Abigail Shauna Kay Shinette Jones. Jessica Amy Jones. Adele Carmen. Fatima Lisa Roxanne K-Mate. Yunus Kazim Nazbuga Kasim. Sean Harkin Kinnair. No Athria Kalmar Zaman. Tasnim Khan. Lynn Mwenda Kimathi. Hergé Kizilos. Shannon Bethany Jessica Knight. Jeffna Contour Manu. Anthi Kutsum Bailey. Serena Kumar. Paula Kurowska. Amy Jess Lane. Kate Emily Lambert. Isabel Kate Tommy Langhorn. Mignon Leonhardt. Urjan Gopal Singh Leader. Aaron Frank Lindsay Gardner. CQ Jamie Liu. Maria Carla Lloyd. Emily Sophia Love.
I now call upon the public orator, Professor Kenneth Fincham, to present John Joseph Hearn for the award of an honorary degree.
Honorary graduands should command our respect and admiration. They should excite our wish to emulate them. And perhaps they may have earned our gratitude as a university, so that an honorary degree is a small way for us to redress the balance. My task this morning is a simple one: to demonstrate how John Joseph Hearn precisely matches this exemplar. John is an outstanding figure in US legal profession, what we might call a very big beast in the jungle of American corporate law. He's Chief Executive Officer of Clark Hill PLC, based in Detroit in Michigan. Rather remarkably, he's been with the same company throughout his working life. He joined the firm in 1986, and initially he specialized in mergers and acquisitions, though through advice and consultation rather than by representing clients in court. In 2002, he took over as Chief Executive Officer in the most challenging of circumstances, his predecessor having committed suicide just 10 days before. And under John's stewardship over the past 17 years, Clark Hill has flourished. In 2002, it had 80 lawyers, 3 offices, and an annual revenue of $30 million. Today, it has over 650 lawyers, 25 offices, and a revenue of over $300 million. It's expanded within the USA, with new offices, for example, in California and Texas, but also overseas, with new operations in Dublin and Mexico. Among the many clients of Clark Hill are US universities, which are guided towards financing capital projects and construction contracts. So perhaps when we've got through the traumas of Brexit, John might think about opening an office in the UK. John's exceptional performance has been recognized by his fellow attorneys. As a result of the Cricket World Cup final, we're all familiar with the concept of a super over. But in the USA, there is an acolyte called the super lawyer. Now, to most of us, that would mean a good solicitor who's quick and cheap. But in the USA, it means prestigious recognition by your peers, by your fellow lawyers. John has received the award of Super Lawyer for no less than 6 years in a row. If that wasn't enough, he was voted a Best Lawyer in America this last year. John's own description of these awards can be summed up in one good American word: baloney. As he pointed out, he's actually been a manager rather than a practicing lawyer since 2002. John's self-deprecation leads us to the man himself, and to that old-fashioned word, character. Despite his outstanding career, John remains a modest man who draws on his Roman Catholic faith. He's an active philanthropist, although he prefers the detail to remain private. And he's appreciative of the world around him and the blessings of this transitory life. He's kept grounded by his family, by the pleasures of a rural retreat in upstate Michigan, where they have an opportunity to enjoy the great American outdoors with hunting and fishing. And also, when he gets home each day, he unwinds by playing the guitar. John is also one of us. He studied at the University of Kent in 1980 to 1981 on his junior year abroad, although this was much less straightforward and more of a risk than it sounds. His university, Notre Dame in Indiana, didn't offer a year abroad to the UK. So John was required to drop out of his university in order to study here in Kent, on the understanding that if his academic results were good, he might just be readmitted. He studied English and philosophy here, did well, and so at the end of the year was welcomed back to Notre Dame. John remembers his time here very clearly, of rock and roll concerts in the college dining halls, of drinking homemade beer with his professor of philosophy, and absorbing all aspects of British culture. As important, his year here was transformative. Being abroad and starting from scratch, and initially knowing no one, John came to appreciate his values, what he stood for, and what matters in life. In other words, being overseas allowed him to step out of himself and then back in again. What a compliment to Kent and to the UK that we helped him, as we hope we help all, to grow, recognise, understand himself, and to appreciate fully the world around him. John has also given much back. For 6 years, from 2012 to 2018, he served as president of the University of Kent in America in Corp. Now, this is a charity which raises funds for causes of direct interest to Kent alumni and friends based in the USA. In his 6 years as president, John gave the charity new momentum and energy. For example, he increased its fundraising. He oversaw the creation of an annual award of a scholarship to a US student at Kent. He forged a partnership with the Fulbright Scholarship Program, and he worked to drive up student recruitment in the US for Kent. Then, after 6 years, satisfied that the charity had fully embraced these reforms, or as he put it, quote, that the flywheel can spin on its own, John resigned as president to give others a chance to lead. But not before he'd made frequent visits to Canterbury to consolidate relations between the university and the charity, including being present here in the cathedral for our 50th anniversary celebrations. So, by giving John an honorary degree today, we salute his exceptional contribution to his chosen career. We honour a former student of this university. And we also acknowledge, with gratitude, his decisive leadership of the University of Kent in America in Corp. He has performed all these different roles with modesty, warmth, openness, and integrity. Qualities, surely, to which we all aspire. Most Honourable Vice-Chancellor and President, to you and to the whole University, I present John Joseph Hearn to be admitted to the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority committed to me, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa. Many congratulations.
Good morning, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduates and Jubilee graduates. It's truly a privilege to be here. I can't tell you how grateful I am. Professor Fincham, Thank you for that kind oration. I grew up in a very small town in a very rural area of Michigan. Going to university was, for most of us, not even a consideration. In fact, leaving the town I grew up in was the exception, not the rule. Some might call it upbringing a time of innocence. Others might call it a time of ignorance. Either way, it informed a perspective through a lens of humility. My first trip on an airplane, my first visit overseas, my first time in your great country was in the fall of 1980. I had no idea what to expect. It was quite unsure of everything, even how to get to Canterbury from Heathrow. I had packed virtually everything I owned into 2 suitcases and brought both of my guitars, my electric and my acoustic. However, I failed to consider a very important logistical point. How would I carry these 4 items? Imagine this dumb American getting off the bus, having arrived at Heathrow, then having to carry his 2 suitcases and 2 guitars to the train station by himself. Think of this. I ran down 100 feet, put the suitcases down, ran back, got the guitars, ran past the suitcases, put the guitars down, ran back to get the suitcases, put them past the guitars, and I repeated this embarrassing dance until I finally got on the train. Why do I share this with you? I share this with you because if I can do it, you can too. Our studies do not end at the door of the classroom. You and I will be students for the rest of our lives. Like our studies at this great university, you and I have a choice to make. What kind of students will we be? Long after my time in the classroom ended, I needed to study leadership. I was thrust into a position that I was not prepared for, and while I understood the title and the duties at a mechanical level, I did not know what it meant to be a leader. While my studies of this subject and of life continue, I have concluded that there are 3 things that will enhance one's experience, whether as a leader, friend, spouse, parent, or in any other role or relationship that we may have. These 3 things are an attitude of gratitude, humility, and self-giving. It all starts with the proper attitude, which is being grateful for what we have. In the apartment building of life, one woman's ceiling is another woman's floor. So yes, if we engage in the comparison game, we will always see that some others have more than we do. However, if we avoid falling into that trap and simply focus on the blessings that we have and give thanks for those blessings, a spirit of gratitude will overtake us, and that spirit will be contagious and will serve as a magnet, drawing others to us. Out of the spirit of gratitude comes humility. Many equate being humble with being weak, but that's just not true. Being humble takes courage. It requires us to deal with that 4-letter word that starts with F. No, not that word. Fear. Most of us go our whole lives trying to hide who we really are. We don't want to be vulnerable. We are afraid of what others might think of us. But if we can be truly humble, which does not mean to think less about ourselves, but rather to think about ourselves less and to think of others more, we will place ourselves in a position to truly see the world as it is, as well as the situation and ourselves in our world as we are. Not being truthful is bad enough, but not being true to oneself is the worst kind of falsehood there is. Authentic self-awareness is essential to living the life we were meant to live and being the very best that we can be. If we are grateful, and if we see the world through the lens of humility, we will be much more inclined to give of ourselves to others. Self-giving is a paradox. It's counterintuitive. It resoundingly contradicts and disproves the law of scarcity, which has so ruled our world up to now. No, the paradox of self-giving is very simple but very hard to believe. The more we give of ourselves to others, the more we will receive. Importantly, your generation gets it. Your generation is positioned to change the world for the better, in an unprecedented way. To do so, be grateful, be humble, and do not be afraid to give of yourself without expecting anything in return. My very best wishes to each of you and all of you as you continue a lifetime of learning. Thank you.
I now resume the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Social Sciences. Megan Lowry. Aurora Michaela Maria Luzardi. Lydia Ma. Sivi Tinlockman. Tadiwa Martine Morange. Eloy Martinez Garcia. Michaela Madeleine Mason. Carly Gerardo Matos. Lydia Ella Mayett. Zoe Jean McDade. Ross McEwen. Laura Jane Meir. Naomi Lesoria Mengi. Maria Jose Molina Perez. Hannah Louise Moore. Rosie Aileen Morris. Daisy Valentine Mosley. Simran Kaur Nahal. Ryan Jake Nash. Sunny May Oki. Breathe Mary O'Donoghue. Ugochirairi Chioma Claire Ogupta. Shante Okonowo Odeji. Esther Onifad. Jamie Sade Onukosi Liberty. Lydia Grace Orton. Ajaja Masaowe. Gloria Uolapo. Jessica Ann Doris Palmer. Rebecca Marie Palmer. Suzanne Elizabeth Palmer. Margarita Papastatholopoulou. Adrian Fernando Paris. Vanessa Park. Alicia Samir Patel. Abigail Jane Pettifer. Lingturi Pham. Emma Paola Pisani. Natalie Amina Potts. Thomas George Price. Louise Rose Quinn. Anna Catherine Quixley. Erin May Rain. Darshini Rajamohan. Farah Binti Reza Rafiq. Rika Relusco. Megan Francesca Richards. Jessica Louise Rigdon. Ben James Robson. Megan Louise Roby. Leanne Amy Rohan. Nicholas Christian Roy. Zoe Ann Rush. Amy Jane Russell. Emily Joanne Rutherford. Rakim Azan Oheneme James Sahero. Stavrula Sacarello. Priya Zanti. Dana Zazembina. Charlotte Louise Sarson. Tomoha Zato. Jasmine Macy Zauku. Grace Elizabeth Seaman. Tanya Satie. Isabella Grace Sewell. Anvita Sanjay Shah. Rebecca Florence Lucy Sharp. Jordan Thomas William Short. Alpana Sritharan. Daphne Shatno. Lauren Sian Sinfield. Deleanne Sherry Michelle Skelsey. Kaylee Jane Slewcock. Emily Grace Smith. Emily Ann Strickland. Rhiannon Jane Sermon. Neve Elizabeth Catherine Tate. Alice Lily Taylor. Elizabeth Mary Thrafel. Valeria Trabatoni. Iska Allegria Trace Kleckberg. Zuna Suturk. Mireya Monica Bikera Menchaka. Lauren Emma Warner. Jonathan Richard Wolfe. Charlotte Joanne Wheeler. Lewis William White. Lydia Jane Whiting. Hannah Mary Wickman. Olivia Sophia Wimble. Monica Wong. Sophie Victoria Wren. Daila Yaseva. Xiongya William Ewan. Salioyan Ewan. Carl Sebastian Swilgmeyer. For the degree of Master of Science, my esteemed colleague, John Anthony Allen. Catherine Elizabeth Kathleen Buckley. Petrina Ampe Yire. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Courtney Chrisson Allen. For the thesis title, Exploring Outgroup Dating Preferences, Intergroup Judgments and Outcomes of Intercultural Romantic Relationships. Helen Louise Butler. For the thesis, an investigation of scripts and dysfunctional expertise in male fire setters. Varoth Shotpitaya Sunon. For the thesis, an investigation of the antecedents and consequences of phubbing, how being snubbed in favour of a mobile phone permeates and affects social life. Potsdamer Pira. For the thesis, Memory Distortion via Imagination, Neural Correlates and Forensic Applications. Tara Elizabeth Dickens. For the thesis, an exploration of the psychological characteristics of men who cause severe physical harm to children under the age of 5. Emma Garcia Solly. For the thesis, the use of facial composites in person identification. Natalie Wendy Gentry. For the thesis, unfamiliar face matching, decision-making and improvement. Safa Ozkan. For the thesis, intergroup contact and solidarity-based collective action intentions, the role of effective and identity-based processes. Groton Parak. For the thesis, the psychological functions of cultural legacy, a terror management investigation of creative achievement and symbols of motherhood. Heather Rolfe. For the thesis, anger, disgust, and resulting action tendencies in the context of moral judgments of music. Kirandeep Kaur Webster. For the thesis, the social psychological study of the development of weight stigma, testing interventions to reduce weight-based prejudice in children and adults.
I now call upon Professor John Todd, Emeritus Professor of Mass Spectroscopy and one of our first academics to teach at the University of Kent, to present our golden graduates with certificates to mark the 50th anniversary of their graduation.
Most Honourable Vice-Chancellor and President, I have pleasure in presenting members of our global alumni community who originally graduated in 1969 with these special anniversary certificates.
Graduates today and celebrate their lifetime relationship with the university.
For their commemorative award, Jennifer Baker. Noel Burton Roberts. Margaret Kent. Philip Lang. John Lulham. Wilbur McFarland. Dominic Nichol. Catherine Nichol. Valerie Palmer. Elizabeth Parkinson. Peter Sherrod. Derek Smith. It's going to be a long time. Nicholas Thompson. John Penny. John Wheatley. Malcolm Woolley.
I said no tripping, slipping and falling, and then I went and fell up the stair myself. Listen to your own advice. I now call upon the Vice President for Postgraduate Experience of Kent Union, Laura Carlin, to say a few words on behalf of the staff and students of the University of Kent.
Graduates of 2019, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, family and friends, I'm so honoured to be here today to share your special day, both representing Kent Union and as a psychology graduate from this university. I want to start with congratulations, you have made it. So let's take a step back and all think about how far you have come. You have all grown physically and mentally as individuals and as groups. With all your big dreams ahead, I know you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Watching you all graduate today has reminded me of the motivation and talent you all have. You have achieved things that I bet even you thought was impossible. But I always like to believe that nothing is impossible, just merely improbable. You have given so much back, from becoming a peer mentor or course rep, to joining a sport or society, to fundraising with RAG. Furthermore, some of you have even had to work while studying. But no matter what troubles have come your way, you worked through them, and today is your reward. Each one of you should be so proud of your journey and where you are now. On the day of my undergraduate graduation, I remember thinking back to when I started at this university, believing that I had to get the highest grades to make all this debt worth it. But who knew I'd change my mind? Instead, I came to decide that I'm not defined by my grades, but instead by the amazing opportunities I had, the experiences gained along the way, and the person I have become as a result. And who'd have thought the person I am today is someone currently finishing their masters whilst beginning a new role as vice president in your student union. Even more so, I thought I'd remember back to all those tedious all-nighters, but really I look back and remember each person that impacted my journey. To take a second to think, and I'm sure you can all think of someone who had an impact on yours. Never forget that you have made a difference and you have had an impact. Don't worry if you're sat there not knowing your next step. It is scary, but to be able to walk 500 miles, you have to begin walking the first. Everything you have done up until now has shaped who you are, and that person is incredible. So don't rush. Take your time in deciding your next move, because no matter what, you are inspirational, each and every one of you. But remember to be kind. You, as Kent graduates, you are creative, you are confident, and you are resilient. Thank you, and remember, nothing is impossible.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed our ceremony. I think the clapping, the cheering, the whooping was pretty good. Well done. But there is one thing I'd like us to do before we leave today. I said in my opening remarks that today was about ceremony, it was about celebration, it's about ritual, but it's also about saying thank you. So I'd like to ask our graduates to now stand, please. Okay, so this is your opportunity now to say thank you to all these fantastic people here in this cathedral who've helped you throughout your studies. They've supported you to get here, they've supported you through your studies, and no doubt they will continue to support you in the future. And can I just say, graduates, this is our last ceremony of this particular session, so it needs to be the best clapping, cheering, saying thank you that we've had so far. So please clap, cheer, stamp your feet, whoop, and say thank you to these fantastic people here in the cathedral. Off you go. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. I hope you remember what it feels like today. The feeling of success, the feeling of pride, of joy, of being surrounded by people who love and support you. I hope you take that with you as you progress out of both this cathedral, but on and into the rest of your lives and the rest of your careers. Please do keep in touch with us. It's fantastic we see our graduates from 50 years ago returning, and we want to continue that relationship with all of you. So safe travels, enjoy the rest of the day, and many, many thanks for being here. All that remains for me to say is that I now declare this congregation closed.
Thank you.